Okay, so I'm just doing this no script, just complete, you know, the Fallout Day broadcast has just ended, and for those of you that are in the stream, that were there, I have just fed my cat, and she is sat right next to me now, cleaning herself. But yeah, the Fallout Day live stream, it wasn't good. In fact, it was genuinely, I would say disappointing, but to be honest, my expectations for this were so low, and they still managed to be below that. The Fallout Day livestream last year was a catastrophe, to say the least. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but in terms of, you know, having an event to, like, you know, gather the community around on, like, a day that's important to Fallout lore and, like, announce things, it was awful. There was nothing really new that was announced last year. The majority of the show was just Fallout 76, and they did mention that in this Fallout Day. They did have a little bit where they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll skip all the like previously on Fallout 76 stuff that they had last year," but it was the same. What did we get? What was announced? Well, we have Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Now this, prepare yourself, comes with a whopping 150 creations. But don't worry, don't get too excited, because I can guarantee you that is going to be heavily inflated by skins. Because they're counting skins and weapon skins, you know? If I want my Black Pip-Boy, that counts as one creation. So, yeah. They did announce there was some new stuff in there. They talked about how you're going to be able to have your spouse as a companion. Content that was originally cut from Fallout 4. It'd be interesting, I think, to see how well that's, like, integrated into the game. Whether, like, your spouse will be able to, like, interject in dialogue like other companions can. I would be shocked if it does do that, to be honest, but you never know. Maybe. Hopefully. There seemed to be another quest as well. We saw a scene of the sole survivor getting out of this sort of pod thing, which looked admittedly pretty interesting, and some new weapons as well. But again, it sort of brings up the issue of it's a Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. It comes with creations, another game update that is undoubtedly going to break things. But at least we have some warning this time, as it's not been shadow dropped. But yeah, I think it does. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition looks interesting, but I don't think it's interesting enough to justify me personally replaying Fallout 4. I don't find the game to have that much replayability. It's quite lacking in its RPG options, and, well, anything really. It's yeah, and these creations, chances are they're probably not going to be integrated in the best way. Now, we don't know much about this Anniversary Edition, just what was on the live stream and what's on the news article Bethesda posted. But if I'm being, like, you know, what I want from this, it'd be a proper, like, integration of Creation Club content into the base game, if that's what they're selling, you know? Like, because you're, you know, advertising all of this new content. Let me see it in game, you know? Let me stumble across, like, I don't know, a quest, instead of just being bombarded with 50 as soon as I exit Vault 111, which is probably gonna be the case, because I highly doubt that they're gonna go back and touch up some of the old creations, especially, that did have this sort of issue. That was it. But after that, they announced Fallout 15th Anniversary Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition, which, I'm gonna be real, was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it at all. But I think the best way to put it is, here is my genuine reaction from the stream.
Thanks so
Is
much
that it?
to our friends at Obsidian for joining us today.
Is that it?
And to celebrate this significant milestone, we've created the Fallout New Vegas 15th Anniversary Bundle.
Okay, that's
The
kind
limited
of cool.
edition bundle is available for pre-order today on the Bethesda Gear Store.
I'm gonna check how
Whether
much
it's
that
the
is.
Commonwealth or the Mojave, we look forward to joining you in the Wasteland again to celebrate these birthdays.
It's 155 USD. I love New Vegas, but I'm not going to be paying that much for a game that I need to mod to work. $150 for a game that right now is on sale for £4, so probably like what, $5-6. It's insane, you know. Even at full price, New Vegas is £15, and this collector's edition is 10 times that. It just doesn't seem worth it, in my opinion. Like, would it be cool to have a statue of Victor? Absolutely, but you know, chances are it's probably going to be like a box with like a game card like that you can redeem on Steam. And like, I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't, you know, who exactly is going to be whipping out the disk drive for their PC? Like, I'm sure most of you probably don't even have a disk drive on your PC. So, like, is it a cool collector's edition? Yeah. Is it worth the price? Absolutely not. Especially for a game that is just as hard to get running without mods as it's always been. There's also no console version of this, which is kind of weird. Like, you would think that would be like the least that they could do, port it to modern consoles. If we're being adventurous and hopeful, maybe a 64-bit port of New Vegas would be nice, but again, no, they didn't do that. This is PC only, and that sort of brings up the question of, well, why, I guess? Like, unless you are a mega devoted New Vegas fan, and like have the money to burn on a Victor statue, I don't see the point of... I don't even see how you could justify this purchase. I'm gonna be real. And then after that, we got Fallout Shelter Seasons. I'm gonna be real. Could not care less, really. I wonder if this is gonna be seasons in the sense of, like, you know, you get a battle pass or something. I have no clue. I'm gonna be real, I wasn't really paying attention when Fallout Shelter came up on the screen. It was sort of like, oh, cool, but, you know, that's... Who's going to be tuning into a Fallout Day stream being like, oh my god, I can't wait for Fallout Shelter news? Like, one person maybe? Maybe 2? 3 if you're lucky? Like, you know, it's just kind of okay. And then we got to Fallout 76, where it was the exact same as last year. Thankfully, it wasn't like the majority of the live stream this year, but it was nothing new. It was just Burning Springs, which we've already seen from content creators that got to go to like these press events, or like even just if you play on like the PTS, I'm pretty sure you can play Burning Springs right now. So why they're showcasing it all as if it's new is beyond me when it's not. And this was the exact same thing that they did last year with Fallout 76. And it's just sort of like, why? What is the point? I'm not here to see more stuff that I already know about. I feel like what these events, there's only been 2, but what they've both missed is actual new things, like new announcements. Like, this one was much better than last year. You know, like I said, we got the Anniversary Edition, the Vegas Collector's Edition, and the Fallout Shelter Seasons. But again, it's kind of like, you know, nothing really tangible. And the things that might be interesting, like, you know, the Anniversary Edition of Fallout 4, there's not really a lot of info out about it. So, yeah. I think the main issue... Oh, I lied. There was actually one new thing, I think, that we haven't seen, and that was Novak in Fallout 76 as a shelter. It looks terrible. I don't understand how you can make it look this bad. I feel like, you know, the sun is bleeding here more than it is in the Half-Life Overcharged mod. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. but yeah, like the lighting here is just terrible. You can tell that like the actual Novak bit itself is just made from Fallout 76 camp items, like, and I wonder if that is because it is just a player made camp and the only real thing here is the Dinky the dinosaur, or maybe again it's not even a shelter and it's just some camp items that you can place down, which would be incredibly disappointing. There was a lot of Fallout New Vegas like stuff in this like stream, like, but not really, like just a lot of Fallout New Vegas merch and like Fallout New Vegas like nostalgia bait, I guess you could call it. If I was being more hopeful, I would say maybe this is because they're trying to strum up hype and interest in a New Vegas remake or a New Vegas remaster or just anything New Vegas related that's not the TV show. But it's probably not. It probably is just because the TV show's in New Vegas. I feel like there's so many things in the Fallout like franchise as a whole right now that is pointing to New Vegas. And I'm going to be so real. I would be prepared to be disappointed because I don't think that they're going to be doing anything with it. I'm at a point now with the franchise as a whole where I just kind of feel the same way I do with Bungie, because I've also been playing Destiny for nearly as long as I've been playing Fallout. And, you know, with Destiny at the moment, it's like, well, it's shit. It has been for a while, but now it is at like the lowest point. And I feel the same way with Bungie as I do with Bethesda, where it's like, I believe that like the mishandling of the Fallout franchise goes beyond just laziness. At some point, it is just severe incompetence. And it's like, I don't understand how they're just sort of leaving the series to not die, but like, you know, it's just sort of, we have Fallout 76, but even then, that's not really if you haven't played Fallout 76 already, the chances are after watching one of these live streams, you're not gonna go and like buy it or like download it, let's say, because if you haven't played Fallout 76 by now, chances are you're never gonna play it. So, and like this is another thing, like because of that, why are you showing 76 content that we already know about? People that are interested in 76 and that are going to be excited by this content probably have already watched the dozens of content creators that have posted videos on Burning Springs. Like, you know, yeah, like a trailer maybe. Like if say Burning Springs was just like a trailer, like they just showed like a review trailer, maybe talked about it for a bit, and then brought up something new, then that would be like, okay. But it wasn't anything new. It was just Burning Springs, essentially. And yeah, overall, I just think the live streams are they're just a bad idea. I mean, like, okay, admittedly, it does get pretty funny when you go onto like the stream and you see the live chat and it is just people throwing fucking tomatoes at the end of the stream when like Todd's up there talking. It's also funny how Todd mentions everything that was like announced and like shown apart from the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition. Again, I don't think Todd is like jealous of Obsidian or anything, but bro is really not helping his image by doing stuff like that, you know? Like, I just think that I'm not disappointed because my expectations were already really low. I just wanted to be proven wrong with this event and that there was still a reason to care about where the Fallout franchise is going. I think that it's telling that the best piece of Fallout content we've received in the last, like, well, since Fallout New Vegas has been the TV show, in my opinion. I think the TV show is easily what I'm most excited about with the franchise at this point, and that is incredibly depressing, I think. Like, just I really don't get it. I really don't. I mean, when you look at, say, like, events, like, I've forgotten the name, but, like, I know there was, like, a Skyrim or, like, Elder Scrolls, like, mods event recently that, like, would blow this out of the water, you know? And it's, like, half the things on the roadmap were just not really anything. Like, oh, the Fallout haunted house, and like, oh yeah, Vault Boy going to like a hockey game. Why is that on the roadmap? Like, I just don't see. Like, and the fact as well, they were like, oh yeah, we told you this event would be jam-packed at the end, and like, I mean, yeah, it was jam-packed full of stuff that we already knew about. Like I said, you know, New Vegas remake, not remake, sorry, collector's edition. Yeah, we didn't know about that. Yeah, that's cool, but it's not worth the price. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find, you know, the vast majority of people that would pay $150 for a 15-year-old game. Like, damn, did they just take every year the game's been out and just like add like $10 to like, you know, each year? Be like, ooh, okay, maybe if we wait another 5 years we could charge $200 for this collector's edition. I don't know, but yeah, anyways, I think I've been rambling for too long. Let me know what you guys thought about the Fallout Day livestream in the comments below, and yeah, I hope to see you all next time. I would say I hope there's a mod video out soon. I think there will be. I'm currently, I say currently, I'm gonna be so real, I haven't been working on a video. I've been modding, doing my own mods, and I think I'll probably do a port of like the new Knight armor to New Vegas soon, because that looks really cool. But again, that can't go on Nexus, sadly. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed. See ya. Let me know what you think about this live stream as well in the comments. I'm really interested in to see how people feel about this.